Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. What we got going today? We got some Rebel Fury action for you. What I going to have done here. This is going to be Fredricksburg campaign solitaire. The first two turns, and I think that will show you just about everything in the game. And of course, there are some things that I won't have showed you that is simple enough to look up. But most of the stuff is either been shown or demonstrated. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button down there. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and please put comments down in there so help the channel grow. And this is let's get this baby going. Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. You ready for a Rebel Fury demo? I think I am. So I'm showing you here from a long distance. I'll be moving the camera in a minute just to show you what we have going out here. This is the map here. Here's Fredricksburg right down here. They recommend that you do the Fredericksburg solo one first. And so I'll do what they recommend. Up north would be going to Washington, and probably a little bit southeast would be going into Richmond. Okay, over here we have an Union off map display where they got some units here. And up here we got a tracking chart, turns, ammunition, and moves. So please don't use this as a learning unless you like it. Always verify against other videos as to whether I was doing something right or wrong. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put you pause while I move this camera down. Okay, this is about as close as I'm gonna be able to get. I don't have a real camera, I'm using a webcam. But as you can see, after you do the setup for the Battle of Gettysburg, there's special rules and then there's optional solitaire rules, which I will be using this time. A little easier to explain. One of the things is, the rules is Lee, who's going to be is in battle mode, and he's staying right here for the entire scenario. It's only a 3-turn scenario, and he stays there, and he disregards any general casualties. And over here for the first turn, we have Burnside, and he's in the maneuver mode in the first turn. And we are starting off with the movement phase of the sequence of play. The sequence of play normally has it's called the command phase, and there's 6 things that are done. Then we go into the organization phase, and then there's 4 things that are done, and then we go into the movement phase. But for this scenario, we're starting right with the movement phase. All right, and the Confederate, the CSA, will not be moving at all in the scenario, and I'll explain something to you. And this movement is something that's pretty cool in this new system, new to me anyway. So all we would do is like the first guy's going to move, and he can move 4, unless he moves into what's called a defensible area, or see how he moved here. There's the normal zone of control around the hex. And then outside of that one, so that makes it 2. There's a zone of influence. So now when Howard's units moved into this zone of influence, they have to stop and they have to flip into the battle mode. See, that changed them from a 4 movement to a 1 movement. So now it would have been the Confederates' turn, but they pass. All right. So when a player passes, then yeah, the guy that's still he's done for the whole movement. He's done. The other guy gets then to count up all of the units that are not in a zone of control, roll a die, and uh, roll 1 die. We'll say we'll roll this 1 die and add it. There's 16 of them here. I already know that because it's in the scenario. And we roll and they got a 10. So that would mean that they, maybe that's a 0, but we'll say it's a 10. Then we get 19. 19 moves is the most. 19 more moves is the most they can do. So we're going to say they're going to move this up here to 19. All right. So now they're going to be moving again. And then you can use the tracking sheet up there that I have up here to count the number of moves. So he moved. So this time he's going to move again, but he can move again. He's going to move into right here into this guy's zone of control. Okay, they got to capture 4 of these red cubes here to in order to. So now when somebody moves into their zone of control, this unit is going to go into battle mode. We'll leave this right behind it for now. Okay, so that's one move we just did. And then, okay, so we're going to go, this guy's going into, Hancock's going to move up here, but he has to stop because for some reason, this town is called the defensible area, which stops them, and then they have to flip. I was just double checking. It is still non-defensible, okay? But he has to stop. For some reason, and he has to flip. So he's flipping into battle mode right here. All right, so this guy here is going to move up, and he's going to flip into battle mode too. So there's another one. So we have 17 left. All right. Now, does not mean because I moved them once that you can't move them again. You can keep moving guys as much as you want, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to, this guy's in battle mode. He can only go 1. So he's going to go 1 into here. This guy's going to go 1 into here. All right, and so this is going to flip this guy to battle mode. Oh boy. This does not actually mean that Lee is right here. That's his headquarters moving around. So that was 2 more of those. All right, so we got this guy out here. He's on the pontoon bridge. He's going to move over, and then he's going to flip to battle mode. After you cross the pontoon bridge, you got to flip too, unless it's a road. Okay, this guy here is 4. He's going uphill, upslope. I believe he's going upslope. And as soon as he crosses that hex, he goes into battle mode. 14 moves left. All right, we got to get some of these guys moving here too. Okay. So this guy's across. All right, now see, he's in clear terrain. So let's see if we can go on the road, but then he's going to go into there. Okay, so he's going to go here, 1, 2, and then he's got to flip because he went into the zone of influence here on these guys. All right, and now this guy here, let's move it down 1 more. There's 13 more moves left. Taking my time. It's a little bit slow for me here. I'm trying to remember everything. So we're going to move this guy here into right here. So that means this guy's going to go into battle mode. Okay. When a unit goes into a zone of control, that doesn't necessarily mean he has to attack. But if it's an entrenchment like this, or a fort, or a pontoon bridge across the pontoon bridge, it's called a mandatory attack. So these guys will be attacking for sure. All right. So we're going to move. Let's move this guy here, another one. So you can only move 1. And then we'll move this guy down here. And we'll take this guy across, and it can go into there. And then in the battle mode, and that was 2 more. So we have 11 still left. Okay. Okay. This guy's going to go across. 10 left. This guy's moving in. 9 left. Then we're gonna we move that guy in. So this guy's flipping to battle mode. We still have 9 moves left. These guys here, I don't think are ever going to get into the fight. He's going to go into here. Then he's going to change the battle mode and stop because he has to be in battle mode in order to cross this creek. So we have 8 left. All right. So we're going to move this guy up here again. This guy's going into 1. He's already in battle mode, so I don't have to. And then 7 left. See, this is get all these moves. This is one part of the game to stop another person from doing what I just did, what the Union did, or the Confederates did by not moving at all. Okay, and so we're going to move this guy into here. Okay. We might as well get this guy going out a little bit too. Let's get him out here. Kind of hard to see the. No, we don't want to go in there. We got to leave room for retreats. Yeah. So we'll take this guy across and then flip him. Take this guy out. That's 2 more. 5 left. Flip the battle mode. He's going to cross. That's 4. He's going up here and he's going to flip. There's 3 left. He's crossing over. 2 left. Let's get this guy in the road. 1 left. He's in battle mode. He can cross that creek, so he's going to go out under the road too. So that is all the moves. A lot of moves because of the Confederates not what do you call it? Moving. Okay. So now we're going to do the next thing on the scenario on this is the attack phase. Now, you can do all of the attacks, the voluntary attacks, but you must do mandatory attacks first. I don't have any voluntary attacks because there's nobody that's up against anything that is not against this encroachment. So this is going to take a bit, all right? And I'm going to have to try to work my way through this one here. All right, so the first attack, first move attack we're going to do is Howard against, can't even read it, but Hanscom. I don't read him. Okay, they both start off, both units start off with a battle rating of 1. Okay. All right, I'm going to use the dice here to keep track of them. Okay. So then we're going to do artillery support for both the attacker and defender, and they're both going to declare artillery support. Now, we don't have to track for the Confederates this scenario, but we do have to them, so that means they're going to have 18 left. They only get 9 each. So in some big scenarios, you have to be careful what you're doing. So what happened here was we add 3 to the attacker. They're attacking, so now they're up to a battlefield 4. Okay, and we add 4 to the defender if they have threats. So now we're at a battle of 5. Okay, so then we're going to go down here, what's called terrain modifiers. And it says add 5 if the defender is in an entrenchment attack from a frontal hex. Okay, all of these things, this isn't across from a frontal hex. There are back hexes to these entrenchments where they wouldn't get the 5, but they are attacking across that frontal hex, so they're going to get 5 more, which is going to take them to 10. Now that's the maximum that they're going to be able to get anyway. All right. All right. Then we're going to do leadership battle stars. If the attacking divinity is within the command range, they're both within command range, and they have head range of a friendly headquarters in battle mode. Okay, Lee's the only one in battle mode. All right. The defender may add 1 of the headquarters as battle stars. Well, I probably wouldn't do that because it would be more than 1. Because if you do that, then you roll a 2 or a 9, you have leader casualties. Okay, troop quality. Attacking and defending divisions add its battle stars. Either one of them have battle stars. Attacking support. The attacker adds 2 if there is a friendly division in both the attacker and defender's zone of control. So we have this guy is in the attacker and the defender's zone of control. So we're adding 2. So they're at 6. Okay. Then core division integrity for both the defender and the attacker. Add 1 for core division integrity. All right. All right. So we're looking down here and we see that this guy's in the same division, so he's getting division integrity for him also, even though he just got something for him, which has taken him to a 7. This would have taken this one to an 11, but 10's the max you can go. All right. Then there's one for detachments. We don't have any detachments out there right now. So now 7 and 10. So we're going to roll a die for each one, and I'll roll them and then I'll show you the chart. Okay, we had a 3 for the Confederate. Okay, their die rolls, they had a 10 plus for that, and then their die roll is a 3. So they're getting an A. Remember the A. Okay, they're 7, and they just rolled a 1. So they're 7 and 1, and they're getting a D. So now we're going to go down here to the attacker tactical division, and it's a D versus the A for the defender, which is an attacker retreat. If the defender in defensible terrain such as fieldworks, a fort, or entrenchment, roll 1d6 on this one here. Okay, and this one here. And we got one of those. On that, the attacker is blown. Wow. So, oh, the attacker is blown. Okay, so now the attacker is blown. That means he's taken off. He can come back in two turns later, but he's taken off. All right, so that battle is over. All right, so they just did some damage there, so they're gonna go up against Hanscom B here. Okay, and starting off the same way with 1 and 1. This is going to be a 10 again, but this one's going to be 1 higher because he's got a battle stars. And but he's not in battle mode, so he does not get those this time. So let's go through that one again. Let's do it again. Okay, they each get 1. I'll speed this up a little bit after I do it a couple times. Oh my goodness, Bill, where the hell is the 1 in it? Okay, each get 1. All right, now we're doing artillery support. They're getting 3, so they go to 4. They're getting 4, so they go to 5. Okay. And then the defensive, the terrain modifier, that's 5 for that entrenchment there. Sorry about that, guys. I had to answer that phone. So they're getting 5 for that entrenchment, which is taking them to 10 again. All right. He's still at 4. So now we're going to the leadership battle stars. If the attacking defender division is within command range of a friendly headquarters in battle mode, the attacker defender may add one such headquarters battle stars. All right, so if I wanted to, I could have added battle stars for Lee. All right, he's not in attack mode or battle mode. All right, so we're staying right there like this. Troop quality. Attacking defenders adds its battle stars. Okay, so I got a battle star this time. All right, so they're going to add the battle star on there. It's 5. All right, I mean, this is the chart that I'm using to go down on here. Okay, that was about defending at battle stars. Now attack support. Attacker adds 2 if there is a friendly division in both the attacker and the defender zone of control. And this guy, zone of control, is here, so there's nobody in there in both of them. Okay, he's in this one, but this guy is not. All right, so he does not get that star. Add 1 for core division integrity. And he's going to get 1 for division integrity, so he's going to have a 6 this time. Well, last time we had a 7. Okay, here we go with the rolls. Okay, this is the Confederates. They got an 8. So we're going, they had a 10 plus here. And they go down here to 8. And they're getting a SA. Okay, the Union. They got a 9, a 6. And then they're going down to 9. And they got an SA. All right, so we're going to go here to SA. And this is an attacker retreat. Okay. Defenders in defensible train. We're going to do this one again. This time it's just going to be the retreat. The attacker retreats. Now on the retreat, in this one, you have to go 3 back. So this is the guy I just battled with, right? So he's going up. 1, 2, 3. Get right into town. Okay, so that one's done. Next battle, we're going to go here. We're going French at McLaws, A. And again, they're both going to be A or zeros. I mean, 1s. And then 1s. And they're going to be using support again. So both are using artillery support. So he's going to 4. And he's going to 5. Okay, so now we're going to be going to that division, that defender terrain again, and that's another 5. And the entrenchment's pretty tough. There's a 0, there's a 10 for that. Okay, now the next one, leadership battle stars. We've already been through that a few times. Troop quality, attacking and defending divisions add its battle stars. Okay, so attacking and defending. This is him going in there. So he's got 2 battle stars. So I would have taken him to 12, and if I'd have put that one, that'd have been at 13. But don't need to because we're already at the max. Yeah. Okay, attacker support, add 2 if there's a friendly division in both there. So we here on this attack again, we got this one. This guy is in both zones of controls. So we're adding 2 to 6. And then we're going to do division integrity for both division, the attacker and the defender. Division integrity. So they're getting 1 to 7. They would have got 1 also but they're already at 10. So here we go again. There's the 10 roll for the Confederates, and they got an 8. So they're going here to 10, down to 8. They got an SA again. They have a 7 they're rolling us. They get a 6, and they're going down to 7 and 8 on the A. So we're going to the A on the attacker to the SA on the defender. Attacker retreat. Here we go with this one again. And they do retreat. So he can't retreat into zones of controls or that. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, all the way back to here. Wow, that was terrible. All right, here we go now. Both of these guys are going to end up trying to attack here to try to get a breakthrough right here if they can. Okay. See if I can show you something here. You see those little X's next to that? That means that that is not an entrenchment entry there. That's just a plain entry. Oh, Bill. Okay, so the first one we got Getty A going against McClaws. And we know this is going to be a 10 again. We've gone through it several times now. So let's just get it up there and get it out of there. All right. So we know they've got the 1 plus 3 because they're doing their artillery support. They're down to 15 now. And so you have to watch out. You don't want to run out. All right. And then they're going to get what is that? The troop quality. Add this battle start. Add 2 if there's a friendly division in both. There is a friendly division in both. Okay, so they're adding 2 to 6. And then they're going to get the troop the integrity 1. So 7. We're at 10 and 7 again. Not much changing right now. All right, so here we go with against the 10 roll. And this time it's not so good. It's a 3. 10 and 3. They got an A. All right. And then here we go against the 7 roll. They got a 6 against the 7. Oh, and they got an SA this time. So we're going to be using their SA against their A. A defender retreat. And we got a double asterisk here. If the defender in the fort or entrenchment, the defender is eliminated. Wow. So he's eliminated. That would be an eliminate box if there was such a one. Now, I don't believe he can go in because he's in the zone of control. All right. So now there's no attacking left. And I'm gonna check and double checking that before I move on. Yes, I don't know if I had that on pause or not, but yes, because he's in the zone of control, he does not move into there. All right, so that would be the end of the attack phase. Then we would just be going into the end phase, which is basically more or less just a cleanup and double check, make sure there's nothing else we're going to do. I forgot something real big in that attack for the Union. Oh boy. Boy, I got the pause and unpause it. Would have put it there. I could have put this heavy artillery marker here, in which it would have added with by giving them a +3 on the attack. So that was big that I missed that, but one of them did win their attack anyway that time. Boy, my pausing that's got me going crazy here right now. So this was the end of turn 1. So I'm going to end this video now so I can take a look at it and do some editing. I'll come back later. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Going into turn number 2, which is December 13th, 1862. And there was a couple things. Another thing that I missed in the first round, and but it didn't matter. It didn't play into that. It's like when somebody passes on their attacks, like the CSA don't attack, then The other team gets to roll one die and add three onto that for the number of attacks they can make. It didn't come into play because they were all mandatory attacks. Okay, so this one here, we're going to be playing through the entire round to or to say entire turn. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the initiative step. I'm going to go a little slow. So I'm trying to show you this for one time. All right. What the players do here is they add up their stars that are on the battle. And he's got two, and he's got none. And so that means that they would have the initiative. This rebels would have initiative on this turn, but to go first. Okay, so now we're going to do in the headquarters redeployment check setup. Okay, headquarters in the maneuver mode are removed from the map, so we would remove Burnside from the map. Okay, he'll be coming back. All right, and then he doesn't have any of those battle mode auto or plus DM markers on him, so we would have to do a dice roll to determine the fact of him. So we're going to do a 5, and we look at a chart. And if it's 5, the headquarters is removed from their map, remove the battle mode marker if present. Okay, it's not. That's there. He's going to stay there anyway. I just wanted to show you that. He's going to stay there for the entire game. I just wanted to, or the entire, scenario. So I wanted to show that to you anyway, how that would work. I would have had to remove him otherwise because of the dice roll. And the next step is the headquarters redeployment placement step. Now, the ones that were removed, going one at a time, ones that are removed, you can put them back in there in maneuver or battle mode. Okay, they can't be placed in the hex containing a ZOC or a zone of influence. And it cannot be placed in a hex with a headquarters. All right, and let's see, it must be placed within 3 hexes of a friendly unit, and it must be placed closer to the friendly unit than to an enemy unit within 3 hexes. So, he was in pretty good shape right there where he was. So we're going to put him into battle mode this time so we can get some stars in action. We'll put him right here, right where he was in that. So that's how that one works. He could have placed it in other places, but we'll stay there for now. Next step of this is the detachment placement step. Each taking one at a time, they can place a detachment in there. It can be replaced in a can't be placed in an enemy zone of control or zone of influence or unit. May be placed in a hex with the friendly or division. May be placed in an unoccupied entrenchment or fort, if not in an enemy ZOC or net. So we don't have a lot of choices here. So we're actually going to put it right in here for the that's for the Confederates. Okay, and then these guys here are going to place one. Who do they want to play? They have a lot of choices. So they'll place it here because they don't really know what to do with it. We can pass through those, so we'll just put it right there because that's the detachment phase step. Then you have a detachment recall step where starting with the first player, they can remove all of them. Okay, and then off map movement. Okay, that was over here. And I don't know if I can get the camera over there without messing things up. Each division can make one and move one. So these 2 divisions here are going to go into 40-35. This is because this is the entry zone. the entry right there. They're going to be coming in right there. All right. Okay, and then these guys here, they can move one, so they're going to move on down to, I guess as close as they can get is into the Union camps, right there. So that is the end of that. We're going to go into the form or the organization step. Okay, this is where both players are going to check their any unit that is in the battle mode that is not in a zone of control or a zone of influence can flip to maneuver. Okay, and this is the only time that they can do that. So these guys are going to flip to maneuver. See if they can help out with that, with their movements. These guys can't because they're in a zone of control there. All right. These guys actually can, but I'll just leave them right there because as soon as the guy moves in here, they're going to have to flip over anyway. So I just leave it there for now, just to expedite just a little bit. Okay, this is the next step is the blown division return step. That's where if this was step or turn 3, that one blown division can come back into it. And there's certain places that it can be put, but we don't have that right now, so we're just going to keep moving on to the disengagement step. Now, the disengagement step, these units, if I wanted to, I could up to 3, I could retreat these guys. But you don't see the purpose in them retreating right at this point in time. Okay, so we're going to go into movement, and it's the Confederates movement first. And of course, because of the solo rules, they are going to pass. So now we will be checking. Let's see how close. I think there's 14. We're going to go. There's 14 units not in a zone of control or roll of dice. It's a 2. So they have 16 moves. Okay, and remember they are down to 15 on their artillery. Yeah. Okay. So now they're going to move. They're going to make their moves. Okay. So these guys here, they're on that end, that last one. So they're going to move out. They're moving into here. Because it's a zone of influence, they're flipping. Guys are going to do the same thing. And they flipped. So that's 2. 14 more moves. We got some other action going on up here that's going to look like some of these guys are going to make it. So let's go see what we can do here. He's 4, so he's going to move in here into a zone of influence and change. This guy's going to do the same thing and go up here and change. All right. So now he is going to move into there. And this guy's going to move into here. So that's 2 more. They're down to 11 more moves. Now this guy's on a road. So we go 1, 2, 3. can stop with the detachment. He was here, so he's going to go 1, 2, and then he's going to go off-road into here and flip 3. Okay, they're down to 10. This is looking pretty simple. So here's 11, 12, and 10, 10, 10, 9, 8. So they have 7 moves left. All right, let's see what we got going here. This guy's going to move up because he's going over that entrenchment there. He has to flip. And he's right here. 6 more. Okay, he's going 1. And he's going up to the entrenchment, so he's going to flip. He's doing 2. Oh, that's 1 move. Okay. 5 more. And he's going to go over. And he's going to go over. Three moves left. This guy's going to move up. 1, 2. The pontoon's really getting across the river hard. Okay, so he's got 2 moves left. He's going to bring in these guys in. This is their entry zone. Okay, so he's going 1. And then he'll go 1. And that'll be the end of their moves. So now we're going into the battle phase again. Okay? Everybody remember what that was? First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to put the artillery marker down this time. It has to be 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They're going to put it right here. That way, because it can affect either one of those ones now. All right, and we're going to start the battles up on this end, up in the north end again. We got Hancock. Ranscombe. Since we already been through, since somebody joined us late, I'll do one and then we'll talk. Okay, they're each starting with a battle of 1, a battle rating of 1. Yep. Is there even a 1 on his die? Yeah. Okay. So the second thing we look at after starting the battle rating is artillery support. They're both going to claim artillery support. It's going to get the Union down to 14. So that's going to raise him by 3, which takes him to 4. Okay. It's going to raise him by 4, which takes him to 5. It's the battle ratings at this point in time. Now, the next thing we look at is defender terrain modifiers for the defender only. And this one is add 5 if the defender in entrenchment attack from a frontal hexide. This is a frontal hexide they're attacking across right here. This brown right here, that's a frontal hexide. So we're adding 5, which takes them to 10, which is the maximum they can get. There's some other things that they could probably get, and I'll show you this time, the one time, but then we'll move it on. Okay? So then the next one is the leader battle stars. If the attacking and defending division is in the command range of a friendly headquarters in battle mood, the attacker may add 1 such headquarters battle stars. So he's in range, and he could have done it and made it 12, but it already passed. Okay, he's got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in range, so they're going to get. Oh, does he even have a battle star? He's got one. So he's going to get that one battle star for his headquarters, taking it to 5. Okay, now we're going to do troop quality. Attacking and defending divisions add its battle stars. Oh, they got one battle star here, but he doesn't have any. So they're getting one more. So it takes them to 6 this time. Okay. Then the attack support, the attacker only. Attacker adds 2 if there is a friendly division in both the attacker and defender zone of controls. A friendly division? No, there is not another friendly division in there. There's only him all by himself out there. Okay, and then one core integrity. Does not have core integrity because there's nobody right next to him. So that's where we're going to be standing at a 10 plus roll and a 6. Okay, so we're going to be rolling to look at this chart here. Then I'll show you too well last time. So we're rolling against the 10. We're going to see what goes here. 10, and they got an 8. So we're going across to the 10 over here. Then we're going to go down to the 8, and he gets an SA. Okay, that's the rebels SA. Now we got a 6 for the Union, and they got a 0. The 6 and the 0 is a 10. And the 0, okay, because the 0 and 9. Here we go. Leader casualty determination. Roll 1d10 and add battle stars on any supporting headquarters. If the result is equal to or greater to 9, flip the headquarters and place casualty markers. And add the battle stars. And they don't. You have to have one battle star. And 1, so it's not greater to. It's not greater than 9. All right, so they had a 0 and 6, I believe it was, but they got a D, an SA. So we're going to go to their D, and we're going to go to the SA on them. The attacker is blown. Okay, so this attacker is blown. Now it gets put up 2 turns later. Since there's not 2 turns later anymore, it's considered eliminated. Okay, so that battle is over. So we're going down here to Getty to face McLaw's A troop. McLaw's got 2 stars. All right, so we know, we already know, I don't have to add again, the rebels are going to be at 10. But we got to go through it for Getty. Okay, so he's got support, artillery support. There's 13 left. So that gets him to 4. Okay. We're going to add the leadership battles. If the attacking defending division within the battle mode, the attacker may add 1 such thing. So he's adding 1 for what's his name? So stars. So that's a 5. Okay, and then we're going to the troop quality. Attacking defending divisions add its battle stars. So this one, McLaw's has 2, so he would have been at 12. He would have already been up to 12 or more. Okay. Attacker support, add 2 if there's a friendly division in both. There is a friendly division in both ZOCs, in his ZOC and his ZOC. So he's adding 2. So he's getting 7. Okay. And then we're going down to core division. He's getting 1 for core integrity because they're in the same. Oh, they're not in the same core. He's in the 4th. and he's in the 10th or 6th, and he's in the 9th. So he doesn't get that one. So we're at 10 and 7 this time. Okay, here comes the rebel roll. They get a 1. They're 10 and a 1. There's an A. Okay. Here we go. These guys got a 7. They got a 4. They got a 7 and a 4. So we got AA this time. All right. So we're going to the A. And then we're going down to their A. The attacker retreat. This is this one here. This is where we're going to roll this extra die. There's special die. And you see that symbol there? That means he must retreat. Okay, so he's got to retreat 3 unless he gets into defensible terrain. All right, so he's just going to go. Ooh, we can't cross the bridge there. 1, 2. He's going to go right down in here. Okay, now we got Getty's A going to go against them. Again, 10. Pretty tough battles here. Okay, Getty's got 4. And then does not get this. It's not in the same division. No, let's make sure we don't skip nothing. Oh, so he's getting 1 for the leader, makes it 5. Another one would have true quality. Attack and defend division adds its battle stars. There's no battles they could have added. Attacker adds 2 if there's a friendly division in both the attacker and defender zone of control. But there is a friendly division, okay? So, oh no, but he's not in the attacker zone of control. So he doesn't get that one, and he doesn't get the core division. For core division integrity. So we got a 10 for the south going to a 4. So we got 10 plus going down to 4. We got another SA. They got a 5 and a 7. A 5 and a 7 is an A. So they got an A. We're going to SA. There's the attacker retreat again. Wow. And they got the retreat symbol. Okay. One, 2. 1, 2. That don't work. 1, 1, 2, 3. We just put them right in here. I think that's a legal one. All right. Now, this guy here wants to move in there, but he can't because of this this zone of control. Plus, there's a ghost division in here, which means there's still guys running around down there. A ghost detachment, I meant, down there. And I'm still trying to get clear on that, so I didn't have to worry about it this time. All right, so here we go. Down here. All right. This is going to be the first one here. This is going to be Sturgis going against Pickett. And this is going to count this time. Okay, so Pickett's going to be at 10. That's with unresolved, without a problem. And so they're both going with support. We're going to start off as a 4. Okay, and then we got we within 5 of him. Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we're gonna get one for Burnside, so that takes it up to 5. Okay, and then we're gonna do uh, attacker adds 2 if there's a friendly division in both the attacker and defender zone of control. Well, there is this one here, so he's gonna add 2 more, which is 7. Okay, and then core integrity. They don't get core integrity because, wait a minute, maybe. No. And this was up here higher in the chart. I just almost missed it, but I forgot. So because of this higher artillery, you're going to add 3. So they're both at 10 for this battle because of that heavy artillery right there. So here we go. The rebels under 10 and a 10. Wow. Oh, it's a 10 and a 0. So they got the 10. They got a D. All right. Here is the Union. Oh, they got a 10 and a 1, which is A. So the attacker, the attacker's an A. We're going to do the A, and we're going to go down to the D. Defender retreat, double double. If he's inside of he's eliminated. If his defender is in the defensible terrain, roll the dice. He's in an entrenchment, he is eliminated. So Pickett is gone. Now again, they can't go down in there because of this control and the ghost one. All right, so that was Sturgis that just fought him. Okay, so now we're going to have French do Pickett B, and the way I'm looking at it, it's going to be the same thing, 10 and 10 again, because of that artillery, heavy artillery right there. Okay, so here we go with the 10 and 10. Okay, we got 10 and 3. 10 and 3 is a A for the rebels. 10 and 4 is SA for the attacker. So the attackers are SA, and they're an A. It's a defender retreat again. Wow, same one. That's a double. That's and he's eliminated. So Pickett's boys didn't do very well that time at all. Okay, so can't go down there because this guy's in zone of control. All right, so we got Brooks going to fight Hood right here. Hood's got to be in the battle mode. He's got 2 stars. And so that's a 10. But that this does not count this time because of it's not adjacent to it. Let's check the. Okay, so they're not going to get that 2. So let's see what we got going here. Anyway, we got 4. We know that, and 1 for the commander is 5. We don't have. We do get 1 for a guy being next to us. No, he's not in both of those. That's a 2. That's the 1. We don't get that. So now it's only a 10 to 5. Okay, so Hood's rolling. And there's 10, and it's an 8. 8, and you got it, and it's a 9 plus, 10, and an 8. They got a SA, and these guys got a 5, and there's 1. A D. So we got the D and an SA. The attacker is blown. So this attacker is blown. which is eliminated because there's no other blown track. So that is the end of the mandatory. If I had a volunteer right now, it uh, uh, would take place. I'm going to check on this ghost detachment thing one more time. Hold on. There is a ghost attachment in there. I'm sure. I just moved this guy back out just to see if he would. Okay, and here's the entrenchment. This is one was vacated. So that means part of his guys are probably over here. So that would be the ghost detachment. And then you can do a battle against a ghost detachment, but it doesn't really matter anything right here at this point in time. Well, there's only one more turn. They ain't doing very well. So I think I covered just about everything that I can think of covering for right now. So I'm going to call this video to an end. And so I thank you very much. Please enter some comments and hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. SoCalSabre saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.